I don't know whether to start with "Hello everybody" or "Hey up, how's they doing?" Couldn't make my mind up, so I decided to do both. Now it's normally about this time of year that I write a Christmas message which I put into the envelopes of the Christmas cards I send to people who I haven't seen or spoken to all year. Well, this year I decided to do something different. I'm going to make a video message. Let people know what Marie and I have been up to all year, which is not a lot, I should point out. Now, I did want to put this out on Christmas Day about 3 o'clock, but apparently there's some old woman from down London way, she's got that slot block booked, so I'm going to have to put this out a little bit earlier. So what have we been doing? Well, work. Let's take a look at that. Well, I'm not retired. I'm still driving one of these things. Fortunately, I don't have to drive it all the time. When I'm not driving this, I'm still doing the training. Come on, I'll take you in and show you around the office. Well, there we are, mission control. Got to take the face mask off now because I've got this protective screen here, full height, sides. I did have a little slot cut in it in the hope that people would pass money. So far it hasn't happened. Now I like to think of this as my desk, but I've got a colleague who thinks it's his desk. It's a bit of an ongoing dispute which I am going to win. Before we do start any training, every morning the whole room is sanitised. The desks, the keyboards, the lockers, the doors, the walls, everything. I am 65 and the more chemicals keeping me alive, the happier I am. And what are we teaching here? Well, any theory that you might need to be a HGV driver these days. The day-to-day procedures of the company, health and safety, manual handling, and a lot of other things which I won't bore you with. But the longer it keeps me from having to go out on that A1, the happier I am sitting here. Why am I working during lockdown? That's because my company is providing essential services. We're providing packaging to online retailers, supermarkets and the pharmaceutical industry, to name but three. And I'm sure you'd rather have me in here doing this than putting on a surgeon's gown and poking around in the hospital. Now, as for Marie, she got a job working for a company that sells stuff to people. But they sell it so you can pay weekly. Now once these people have listened to the sales pitch and signed up, they quite often find they can't pay weekly. So it's Marie's job to help them and hopefully get some of the money back for the company. Unfortunately, some of the customers weren't as friendly as you'd like. She used to proudly come home from work and tell me the recent 4-letter words that she'd never heard before, but she had for the first time down the phone at work. So it wasn't the best job in the world, but it paid the bills. Then of course came COVID-19 and she was furloughed and at the end of August, along with 3 colleagues and her manager, made redundant. Of course, before lockdown started, I did ensure that Marie got a nice holiday away somewhere warm in the sun. Okay, Marie, give me your best smile. Ah, come on. I did splash out on a guest house for her instead of putting her in the tent. There was something else as well that happened not long before we went on that holiday. And I've had a couple of near-death experiences in my life, and they haven't worried me. But I did get worried one day when I suddenly felt something strange come over me, and I've never felt like that in my life before. Take a look. Just got in from work and starting to shake and shiver. Can't keep warm. Walking straight up to the bed. Oh, shit, this is not good. Oh. You might be wondering why I walked in and I just grabbed two things, my phone and the camera. Well, if I don't make it till the morning, I'm having the last bloody word. Just realised I haven't thought of what the last word's going to be. I better think of something quick. Just woke up after half an hour's snooze, which has got to be good. For I know I'm not well when I can't talk for 3 hours without interruption. So just on the off chance that next time I close my eyes something comes on me really quick, I'm going to keep my last words short. Nothing profound, just one word. Bugger. Do you know, for 2 hours there I was actually worried, and that's not like me. And was it COVID-19 you're saying to yourselves? Nah, COVID-19. Laryngitis. I couldn't talk for 3 weeks. Couldn't sing for 3 months. My friends were delighted. So, what have we got for the rest of the year? Well, what was dominating my life up until this point now? Well, I'll tell you what's been dominating my life. That damn cat. So I'm going to call this section Living with Smudge. Now you might wonder why I'm sitting in my own kitchen, wrapped up in a fleece, door open, freezing me nuts off, burning enough gas to keep warm to destroy the planet, not to mention running up an enormous bill. Well, it's because it's time for the cat to come in. And any moment now, Marie will be shouting, "Smudgy, Smudgy!" And until he does come in, I'm just going to have to sit here and freeze to death. Now it all started just here, when the little 6-week-old kitten emerged from that hole looking for something to eat. And somebody across the road, living in the same house as me, came out and gave it something. After a while, it got a bit braver and it moved. The place it moved to was here, where miraculously each day, morning and evening, some food appeared out of that door and sat there. And then it got more confident. So it moved again. Now when I say it got more confident, I think it was more down to the fact that somebody moved the food from the front and started putting it out the back in one of these. And one of these started to move closer and closer and closer to the door until it disappeared. And so now he thinks this is a restaurant. We haven't even made it COVID safe for him. And to make matters worse, somebody has been out and bought him a load of toys and a nice little mat to lie on. But he's not satisfied with the mat. What's upstairs, he says to himself. I'll go have a look. And what's he found upstairs? He's found the bed. Not the spare bed. The bed that I have to sleep in. And he thought to himself, why sleep on the floor on that old mat when I can move in up here? Move over.
Is they're dry. Absolutely hate being cold and wet. But I should preface this by saying that olives are under threat from a disease called
Yeah, look at me. Sat in the boss's side of the bed and he can't get his legs out. I'll just sleep here hanging out the side of the bed all night. He's still in my bloody half of the bed. The only problem is, he likes to get up and go out between 2 and 3 in the morning. So what's he do? He scratches the side of the bed and makes as much noise as possible until somebody gets out the bed, walks downstairs and lets him out. This can't go on. I've got to do something. Now for those of you that have had children, you'll know that they reach an age where you'd like them to move on. But there's always the same problem. Where are they going to live? And that usually ends up with you having to put your hand in your pocket to produce some cash to enable them to move into their own accommodation. Well, I was lucky. And that was sorted by one of our neighbours kindly providing us with this. So now Smudgy's got his own house. Now the next thing to do is to teach him to hunt for his own food. Now we were a bit concerned about the birds in the garden. We didn't really want him killing them, but it turned out our worries were unfounded. Well, we've ascertained that the birds are safe. The question is what to teach him to hunt. Well, we've got a bit of an infestation around here due to all the birdseed that Marie keeps putting out. Mice and rats can be a little bit of a problem. So I thought I'll teach him how to hunt them. So, I'm going to get him fitted up and put him on one of Clarkys' survival courses. And to help him, I bought some of these. Miniature mice. Well, artificial ones, obviously. And with this, I'm going to train him to be a great hunter. And then all my problems will be solved. Food, bed, outside. Well, training seems to be going quite well. Now it's time for his final exam. Well, that didn't go very well. One of the other problems we've got is the squirrels keep eating the bird food. Maybe he'd be good at defending the bird food from the squirrels.
Oh, it can't be that good,
There must be something that cat can do. Well, at least he's still got his house. No. Apparently, squatters have moved in. Want to see who the squatters are? Take a look. Well, what have I achieved? Well, I'll tell you what I've achieved. Bugger all. I'm still sitting here with the door open, in my fleece, trying to avoid freezing to death. And as for Smudge, where's he?
Hello. Hello, Mr. Smudge. Hello, darling.
Don't worry, I've got another cunning plan. For the rest of the year, it's been a bit boring for Marie. She spent most of it staring at her tablet, desperately looking for a job. As for me, you can see on my YouTube channel that I've managed to get away 3 or 4 times for a Clarkys adventure. Now, you know how I like being certified. And I think I've mentioned before that I've got one of these. A mental health first aid certificate. And they even threw in a high-vis vest. so that if anybody sees me, they know that I'm capable of dealing with these issues. Probably not true. Even if I'd had mental health issues myself, I couldn't have fixed them. Although I do talk to myself a lot in the mirror, because it's the only way that I can get a sensible, intelligent conversation at a level that I can understand. Now, I'm going to be serious for a minute. Oh no, I hear you say, don't be serious. Well, I am, just for a moment. We hear a lot about people struggling with their mental health, and the recent years' lockdowns have pushed things to the limit for some people. There's a wide range of emotions that you may be feeling, from loneliness to suicidal thoughts, and much in between. Somebody like me will not be able to fix the problem, but one thing I can say is, don't keep your feelings to yourself. Talk to somebody. If you don't feel able to talk to friends or family, there are lots of organisations out there that will listen to you and be able to help. So if this is you, give yourself a real Christmas present and go seek help. Everything you say will be treated in the strictest confidence. Well, it's a beautiful December day. The sun's shining, and Marie and I, we've got reasons to be happy. Two, in fact. Earlier this week, Marie got a call from her cancer consultant, who confirmed that her latest tests were fine and she's reached that magical figure of 5 years cancer-free. So that's a positive. And a second positive, she's found a job. This is very important because it means that I can start planning my retirement again, which I'm sort of looking forward to. And the cunning plan? Well, the plan. Well, for a few years now, we've been talking about that door. We spend hours sitting in here, and the only way we can see the garden, the wildlife, and now the Christmas lights is if we open the door, which Smudgy likes. Me, as I said, I'm running up a big bill. I don't like it. So we finally decided to do something about the door. We're going to change it, and we've ordered a complete glass one with clear glass, so we've got a lovely view of the garden. We can keep it shut and we can see when that little terror wants to come in. Now, we'd normally buy Christmas presents for each other, but we decided it's got to be a choice between Christmas presents or the door, so we chose the door. But we thought it wasn't fair being Christmas not getting Smudgy something, so we have bought something for Smudgy as well. Hello, I've bought him a cat flap. Now he can let himself in and out, and I can stay in bed. Well, unfortunately, the new door did not appear. I had a message from Santa's little elves. They said Santa's absolutely stacked out with overload of work from Amazon. So I said, okay, leave my door till after Christmas. It's more important that the little children get their presents. Well, Marie's very disappointed. So, it's Christmas Eve, so I promised her that we'd dine out tonight. Dine out, you say? Tier 3 we're in. Where are you going to dine? Well, the greenhouse, of course. No expense spared on my wife when it comes to a romantic dinner for two. And not only are we dining out in Clarkys restaurant, I'm the chef as well. And tonight I'm preparing bœuf de pain doux. That's beef between a couple of pieces of bread. She's gonna love it. And any minute now, Marie should be arriving with the champagne and the finest crystal. And here she comes, right on cue.
What?
Let's, well, if you can pass me the bottle, because I like having control of the bottle.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. All I've got to do is open this without putting it through my living room window. Sorry, kitten.
Come on, ching ching.
Ching ching. Patience. I know you know I've got a lot of patience
It's an
when
old
it comes
bottle,
to.
dear. It's a very old bottle.
They don't have this problem on Formula One. Oh,
Right, here we go.
Marie likes a full one.
And I'll have half.
Oh,
Put it.
yeah.
Right.
And there we go.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas, everybody.